Welcome back, Hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Way of the Hunter. So, as I've been playing Way of the Hunter so far, we've actually only seen one out of the two territory or, region maps there are. This has been Nez Perce Valley, but there's also a Transylvania map, and because we're getting to episode 33, 34 now? I can't really remember what we're at, but because we're super far along with Nez Perce, I'm going to change things up, and next weekend we're going to go over to Transylvania. So I've been trying to think of what I'd like to do as kind of like the last things for this map. And as much as I could go out trying to get the two wounded animals, I think I've done enough attempts and fails to admit they're going to be a project either my own time or way off, maybe we'll encounter randomly. So I think what I want to do is try to sort of make it like an end of us being here for stuff. And the way I think will kind of happen like that might be to try to do these riddle things. There is this little, teaser secret thing that there's something in the bottom of Bear Den Ranch to try and see. So I'm going to try to just go through and get some more stuff with that. The story's been kind of a bit weird for me because it kind of makes it feel like that you are supposed to have known the characters a little bit more before, how it plays out in the game. But I figure at least that's something I can say, it's achievable. It doesn't super need me to try hunting successfully, because that's always a mixed bag, as we know. Yeah, let me just remove that. So yeah, I'm just going to try to see if I can get, some answers to that little bit of story there, and I figure that's at least, a concrete finish point, or, a goal to reach. Better than saying I'm going to try to go out and hunt this with no luck or that. This is something my skills don't really matter too much on. I should also just check quickly. What is my inventory? Up there. Okay, yeah, perks are doing pretty good. I've still got a number of things working up there. Everything else, though, it is fairly alright where it is, I'd say. Okay, inventory. Yeah, so I got the tier 6 and a tier 3. That should probably be good. And yeah, I'll hold on to those. I don't really plan on using them. We'll just go through and again, try to get some more answers to some of the lingering mysteries I've been left around. Yeah, so let's just go out for a drive. I'm not really going to super focus on trying for any game or that. If I somehow manage to spot it way off in the distance as we're going to something, maybe then I will. I say that and then immediately come out to, Why? There we go. I was trying to figure out, why wasn't it letting me crouch there? Okay, yeah, there's a mule deer herd. I'm just going to take a quick peek. I don't really think there's going to be much I actually want to go from this. Yeah, because there's a young male. There is one mature in there. No, that's just an adult. Maybe I'll leave them be, because I think that's the herd that I've been thinning out a lot. When it's come to, trying to get simple, easy animals hunted. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave them be, go on my way. There are a couple more animals out there, but again, just trying to leave them to their own devices. We won't go after them. Is this the road? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so we want to go down this stretch, which is a direction I've never actually gone in all my time playing. One of my problems is I think I stick to too many familiar areas when it comes to certain games, like hunting games and that. When it's a really big open world, it almost is a little terrifying to go out into areas you don't really know that much of and get lost. It's just a bad habit of mine that I don't really know how I'll overcome, but this is a good way at least trying to explore a bit more, get that done, and go further and see. If there are any good spots to stop and take a look from, we'll definitely try to do that. Actually, that's kind of not a bad spot in itself right there. I can't really see through the trees all that much there. But if I see a herd in the distance and that, which I haven't really spooked or anything, we could always try going for a shot there, because I think my marksmanship skills have improved at least a little bit, so it's not going to be a terrible, terrible thing if I don't quite get Or, I shouldn't say, like, they've improved that much, but I have a better chance of trying to hit, like, a vital shot with a lot of the animals now. Especially with having, like, the tier 6 rifle we do have on hand. Yeah, I don't see anything out there. This is new. No, this is just about the end of where the other territory was, so... Is it, though? Because I thought... Maybe it was back there more. Because again, I was up around here trying to get the mule deers when we found out I actually, like, cleaned that herd up, and the ones I didn't harvest before. You know what? Instead of just, like, trying to wander aimlessly and hope I come across stuff, again, let me focus. Let's get the tunnel vision in focus for once, or actually use that. Just try to go along, see where the road cuts down to the south, and just try to get through some of these, and then figure out what could be underneath the ranch. My guess is maybe it's something like a trap room set up in a way. There's like... I could see that being something where to, like, harvest the game animals and that. They got into trapping, and trapping has a lot more... Ooh. Interesting that we got some tracks on here. An elk drink zone. Okay. Trapping has a lot of its own specific regulations, permits, ethical rules, stuff like that for it, so I can see that being taken like a wrong way, and somebody who just doesn't actually like take the time to go through all that would assume differently of it. But yeah, we'll just kind of let things play out as we get to them. We still got a ways to go, but let's just keep on our way. But yeah, I gotta admit, it is a gorgeous game. I can't run it at full graphics, or I couldn't record and run, I think. Oh, there is one? Where? Says up on my left. Oh! Yeah, literally right up there. Yeah, probably... Yeah, it sounds like I spooked a few things out, but maybe I can just, like... get to a point where I can even see what they are. Just even if I can find, like, a need zone here. That'll help us fill our map out as we go. So yeah, they definitely ran pretty far off, whatever they are. Yeah, let me just even get upright and walk. Again, they've already been spooked. It's not like I can scare them any harder. So they were probably just up here. I do kind of hear what sounds like, again, like the little clicks or clacks, possibly the branches. I thought I might see like a need zone or some tracks up here. Oh. Ah, mule deer. Okay, this is an area for them. But yeah, with Hunter Sense on, I'm not seeing anything like rest or... Oh, actually, we got something over here. I don't know if these are just the way the trees are, or this is like a spot. That's just how the trees are here. Okay. Well, I figure it would be worth a shot. I mean, we stopped here, the hunting stand, we heard some stuff behind, but... doesn't look like there is a registered spot here, or at least not I've come across yet. I don't see them off in the distance either, although... Oh, well, actually... Oh, here we go. Maybe this will lead to a spot soon enough. Because this is one of their animal paths. Okay, they have forks here, so... there's no telling how far off it goes till I'd actually hit or find something, though. So you know what? Let me just get back to the Jeep and continue on, like, the focus for today. I'm not sure how long it'll actually take to find the little cache thing, because, again, the previous one, I don't think it was where it was supposed to be according to, like, the picture we were given. It seemed like it wasn't near any of, like, fallen trees with the X mark. It was just in that general area. Let's continue on our way. And we should probably be coming towards that fork in the road where we want to go south soon. At least this next cache should be a lot easier to find because it is like up against a very notable landmark, that caved-in rail or train bridge or something. Let's be careful across here because we don't want to clip the wheel and then turn sideways. Yeah, is it this right here? No, it's gotta be. Yeah, this is definitely it. Okay. Let's go for a drive down this way then. So I think, yeah, if we just follow the road, it'll basically take us right to where we gotta go. This is definitely one way to get the... Oh, that's an interesting... tried run right there. Yeah, there is an E-zone right here, too. I thought I heard, like, something running away, but we'll scope that, then continue along. This is the kind of stuff I was trying to find. It's just, like, right on the side there, easy to spot. You can mark it down, it gets recorded on the map. And then for any other thing in the future, we have that as a reference. Interesting. Grey wolves here. Or grey wolves, I should say. Okay, so we got that noted there. Yeah, I don't see any other zones in the area popping up, so let's just hop back in and keep going south. Like, one thing I will praise the game for so far, although granted it still might be very beginning into it, is that it hasn't felt like there's been a lot of super restrictions to meet, like, objective things. It is a little odd you have to have the specific mission selected as active in order to get the stuff towards it. But beyond that, it's been pretty simple stuff of just, like, hunt this of so much weight, or hunt that, or hunt 2 of these, or etc. It hasn't felt like there's been super strict requirements for any of the missions yet. Oh, yeah, it was an elk herd. I just saw a little flash of one of their heads up there, but I think they've all gone running up and off. Just want to see, is there any need zones along that stretch? Yeah, it doesn't look like it, and I don't think it's... Yeah, they're running up pretty good. I just heard the elk bugle go out as we were driving. I figured I'd stop and check. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know how many of these treasures there are. It might even get to a point where we're only going to get, like, so many, then we have to do some of the other story missions. I should actually... When I do take a moment to check in about that mission, I should see everything we've done. It's probably not really that much in total, but... I also heard something there, but you know what? Because it is already like over 10 minutes in through the video, let's just try to get to the spot we need to get to and start searching. Yeah, I think this is kind of like the wind through that I saw on the map, where it was basically an S to climb up the hill. And then well, still climbing up. It's taking us up to the top of this little peak or summit. Actually, I just want to stop a moment to see, is there anything? Okay, there is something mystery-wise up ahead, and we are narrowing in to where we gotta go. Alright, that's just the need zone we found. Yeah, we'll keep going our way down. And it should go super quick driving downhill. So we're... is this the spot? No, it's a little... You know, just for the sake of, like, checking that off, let's just see what this is. Because this looks like another, like, forest fire ripped area. Oh, I guess there's another task or something to do. So it seems like when we go to the objectives, you have story missions, and actually, that's actually a fair bit done, okay. Story missions which do unfold and pertain to the characters and then just certain tasks that are kind of like off to the side, like the Ross's geese we picked up last week. Oh. Actually, it's like a... Oh, it's a little campsite and probably a little board here, isn't it? Yeah, new discovery, campsite. So, we unlocked a new little fast travel spot. And I'll just see about picking that little thing up there. I guess I gotta go all the way around since there's not really like a... Well, can I get through this? Yeah, I can. Nice. Nope. And we do have whitetails around. Again, I don't know if I want to try going for them, though. Oh, well. Okay, let's see. Foxes are not what you think they are. Foxes don't have the best reputation. For hundreds of years, they've been portrayed as deceitful tricksters and beasts. Aesop caricatured them as well. In one fable, a fox flatters a crow until she drops her supper. In another, a fox disguises hurt pride, failing to reach some grace by concluding that they must be sour. They always turn out arrogant, sly, or insincere. But we fight today to improve their image. Foxes sure are quick and tough to spot. They are not domestic animals like dogs, but they care deeply for their offspring and will fight to protect them. But the best way to understand foxes is spend time watching them on your own. Don't let the media fool you. Sincerely, Director Rick Wilde, the Better Foxes Portrayal Media Association. Was that like a new objective? Yeah, Sly is harvest. To improve the images of red foxes, you're expected to get closer to them, specifically 100 meters or closer. Best way to do this is by using a collar, and we're going to harvest them for this. I don't know, that seems kind of counterproductive to what you're wanting done. I mean, it does give us something to do eventually on our own later when we return to Nez Perce, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like a goal you should be trying to have in mind to do. Alright, well, at least we're getting closer. We got new fast travel spots opened up. Oh, yeah, there they all went running. Again, I'm not going to focus too much on the animals. I want to try to get something a little bit more concrete done, and then just kind of like a good wrapping point, I feel like, for this map. We can easily come back, and probably will come back. Let me go around and through and find... There you are. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much further until we're around the search area for this next riddle. I don't know how many there will be. That's the only thing that I'm not certain of. We'll at least go through and try to tackle them as far as they'll let us. I still don't understand how he has the key to the basement of the ranch. Like, did he steal it or something? He got given it? He stole it? It just sounds weird. It could even be just a flat lie, too. Let me think. I want to get down there, but we'd have to do a loop around there. You know what? For safety's sake, this isn't going to be like Called Wild the Angler. We might as well just stick to the road proper. You can't get away with jumping the vehicle off a cliff in this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's just drive our way along. I was going to say, did the vehicle get a flat tire? Because it looked like it was a little jittery there for a bit, but maybe it was just that spot. Although, you know what? This spot might not be bad to just take a moment's stop at and see if I can find a drinking zone here. Yeah, there are. Oh, white-tailed here. Okay. Yeah, that's all probably just registered to them. Okay. And we're very close now. Yeah, so let's get down... Oh! Hunting tower, that's great to see. Got another little landmark out here. Ah, there's the train bridge. So it's probably left or right side. I'm thinking maybe right side. Oh. Well, that's quite an elk herd that we spooked off there. Oh, no, maybe it is left side. Okay. Yeah, you know what, from the looks of it, it is exactly left side. Railroad saddle. Oh. Oh, you got stuck, didn't you, you poor thing? We'll spook you back the other way so you won't have to worry about that. Off you go. There you go. Oh, and sounds like there are some foxes that we've also scared the living heck out of. Okay, but now for this cash we're after. Well, again, this one, at least thankfully, was super in the open to find. Well, now we gotta hear the cringy poem that goes with it and figure out what the next riddle is.
You may think your river almighty, but I am safe when I stand here as I smile brightly. Because what may seem like heavy rain is just gravity to the Seine.
Ugh. Well, there's a picture of them.
Are you getting nostalgic?
So you found the photo? Hardly nostalgic. It was one of the worst days of my life.
Kids break bones. It wasn't that horrible.
I don't care for broken bones. But being there alone for a few hours, screaming for help, relying on my sister and friend to come looking for me, but you never came.
I'm sorry, Noah. I was just a kid.
I know. I just want to remind you that your actions have consequences. And speaking of consequences, aren't you afraid of the disease? The fact that you're selling bad meat to restaurants?
You know the meat I sell gets government inspection.
But are they testing it thoroughly, even for this new disease?
The disease hasn't been confirmed by any medical resources yet. I'll worry when it becomes real.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
When did he become such a jerk?
Yeah, okay, so where's this next riddle supposedly? So it's supposed to be on a last riddle. Okay, so yeah, this... Oh, wow, really? Let's just tackle this right now, apparently. Didn't realize that I had the fast travel point right beside it, but that's perfect. And then this... If it is the last riddle, maybe this will open us up to being able to see exactly what is at the... underneath the... Oh, I know exactly where that's talking about now. We visited that last week. It's the bridge across the waterfalls here. We'll see what's in the ranch. And again, I mean, I guess we can piece together what happened that day. They were playing in the woods, Noah broke a leg, would be my guess, and got stuck and just didn't get help from the other two. But again, it kind of feels like there was meant to be more... Oh, my bad, past it. Past where I was supposed to go. Feels like there should have been a little bit more... I don't know... connection to the characters they're trying to rely you on. And I think that's one thing, at least Call of the Wild, for, like, all of its reserves are that it didn't really, like, try to establish you had connections to people in them. It was more you got your very first greeting with them and doing jobs and tasks for them, stuff like that. I'm kind of surprised how much of the missions have all been, like, all in this half of the map, even though there is, again, this entire area still unused. I mean, granted, there's still probably a lot of tasks and missions possibly to complete. But yeah, it's felt really lopsided for, like, map usage up to this point. Not that I should really complain, because given how vast the map is, I mean, heck, for, what, 30 episodes, this is all the area I've gone through? And there's still another entire region or, like, area to play? Well, there it is. Kind of in the open there. Let's see, though. Open up. I kind of forgot that you did get your own, like, character model, I guess. Oh. Hello. I wonder if that's, like, Cinnamon Sky.
It's Cinnamon Sky. She is real. I have to tell Timothy.
Well, I kind of feel like my computer didn't have the models fully loaded there for a moment for it, but... Oh, Julia Knox. Why does nobody talk about me?
What is this supposed to mean, Noah?
Solved the last riddle. I honestly wasn't expecting you to, but congratulations.
What does my mother have to do with this?
What do you know about her?
Not much. You know neither my grandfather nor father speak of her.
That'll change here pretty quick.
Let's just stop this stupid game.
But you already finished it. Expect the key in your mailbox. Let me know what you think about me afterwards.
Okay, yeah, let's get this drama sort of thing sorted out. As again, this is kind of one of the things that's been built up through all of the stories so far, is this basement and the mother. Like, I don't know if she died in a hunting accident, or she did more, and we'll just check the basement and see what this all is. I'm not really sure what to expect from it. Again, I thought maybe they were in the trapping business a little bit, so that'd be it.
Dear River, I'm planning my escape. Not really, but I do imagine myself next to you in the valley, and it helps me get through some of the harder days here. I am getting better, though. Maybe in a week or two I'll be able to return back. In this comic story, I decided to draw the day that changed everything when you stopped visiting. I haven't witnessed it firsthand, but I've heard of it from many points of view, and this is how I think it went down. We've never really talked about it, and I feel like we should. I miss you terribly. Your loving grandfather, Wallace. Dear...
Okay, so let's see. How did this all go?
People sometimes ask me, what went wrong with Noah? But I don't believe people can go wrong. We change, grow up with pain. Some with more pain than they can handle.
Oh, River, April.
And that can fester and become something darker and more dangerous.
What are you doing?
None of your concern.
I don't know what you're trying to prove, but you won't shoot shit at night. Besides the fact you can't shoot, don't have a hunting tag, and this is definitely not a legal hunting hour.
You snitch on me to Dad, and I'll never talk to you again.
At that moment, they both knew something huge would happen that night. They just didn't know exactly what. After passing several cold hours, Noah finally sees his chance. And in that moment, his desire to prove himself reached its terrible peak.
Yes!
It's going to be okay. I'm calling for help. Please, I need immediate assistance. I'm sorry he hurt me.
Little did Noah know how many consequences this would trigger, like his father blaming the wrong person and reaching out to Richard.
No.
Father-in-law acts like a glorified ranger and involves your son in hunting, but his bragging has now caused my Noah to...
Wait! Involves River with what?
And now the secret about hunting that was kept for 8 years was revealed.
I had one condition. One for my son staying here. Absolutely no hunting!
I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions.
I'll call you an adult when you pay your own rent and taxes. While you live under my roof, you will listen to me!
What seemed like a terrible ending
Your phone magically erased all the contacts again?
River. Nurse Ellen was helping me with it, but she said she doesn't know how these old-fashioned phones work. Was just a very long pause.
Okay, so that's kind of the full circle on how it all went down. But again, they're still trying to figure out the basement sort of thing here. Okay, so... yeah, let me call this. Again, I still want to find that, but maybe what we'll do... We'll end this episode here, because at least we got the full picture of all the events that happened. I do kind of think it's interesting that he missed a shot that close on the deer in the comic or whatever, but... is what it is. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Way of the Hunter. This at least has filled in those story holes that we were slowly working at through it. And next weekend, we should be good to move forward into Transylvania. We've still got one more episode here on Nez Perce, but I think the major beats have already been hit. We'll see what's in store still tomorrow in next episode, but I think we've done enough here. Thank you all for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did enjoy the video, you should give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, share in the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.